Hello, financial fans. Let's take a look at the week in review, the last trading day of this week, Friday the 21st of October of 2022. And the results for today, very good upward movement. My portfolio is up 2.26%, about 2.25%. The S&P 500 beat me. S&P 500 is up 2.37%. Dow Jones Industrials, that's the diamonds, the 30 Dow stocks, was up 2.44% on the day. So they also beat me. That Dow Jones Industrial DIA exchange traded fund beat me. NASDAQ Composites was up 2.30%. So all the indexes beat me today, but I was still up very nicely at 2.26%. And year to date, my stocks, my portfolio down 18.29%. The Spiders, SPY, which is exchange traded fund for the S&P 500, down 21.5%. The diamonds, that's the best performing index for the year of stocks. This is the Dow 30 stocks, down 15%, 15.01% for the year to date for 2022. And the QQQ is the worst performing index, being down over 30%, 31.6% to be exact. And of my portfolio, the stocks, you might want to make notes of these stocks. Zim, these are my top 8 holdings. These are the stocks in which I have the greatest percentage of my portfolio. ZIM, 6% of my portfolio today. It was up 2.8%. That one stock, ZIM, was up 2.8%. BTI was up 1.1%, and that's 6% of my portfolio. So these are the stocks in which I have the largest amount of investment. XOM, which is ExxonMobil, was up 1.94% today. It's 6% of my portfolio. Citigroup, symbol C, was up 3.26% today, and that's 5% of my portfolio. RTX, which is Raytheon, was up 1.4% today. These are all today's movements. And Raytheon is 5% of my portfolio. PBR, which is 4% of my portfolio. PBR was up 3.95. Well, that's a nice move. 3.95% today. NVS, which is 4% of my portfolio, and PBR was 4% of my portfolio, and NVS, which is 4% of my portfolio, was up 2.05% today. This is a very big up day. VALE was up 4.29% today, and that is 4% of my portfolio. And let me see if yes, there is one other number here I'll get for you. Of my portfolio, the biggest movers, that means these are the stocks which made the biggest move, whether it's up or down. They happen to make the biggest percentage move today, just today. KARS, that's electric vehicles, was up 3.15%, less than 1% of my portfolio. 2% of my portfolio is in X, which is a U.S. Steel, and that was up 7.98% today. BTG was up 6.44% today, and that's 2% of my portfolio. So this is a big up day. Now here's one. Okay, Key, KEY. It's less than 1% of my portfolio. It was up 6.62% today on this one day. This is an up day. OMF was up 2.41%. today less, no, it's 1% of my portfolio. And here's one less than 1% of my portfolio. ITUB was up 4.72%. Lucid, I like Lucid. Lucid LCID was up 5.63% today. That's 2% of my portfolio. And SBSW was up almost 5.5% today, and that's 1% of my portfolio. So I definitely had a good day, and a lot of my stocks had a pretty tremendous day today. And let me look at some stocks that we might want to think about. Just looking at this, I'm not advising anyone. I'm not a financial advisor, and any money you put in the stock market you can lose. But at some point, if you are an investor, you will invest, and that means putting money into the market. And before you do that, you would look at a stock, and you might want to look at it and think about buying something 6 months from now. But look at them today and see where they are, and see if this is a good time to buy low. First stock we'll look at, APA Corporation, symbol APA, was up 4% today. $43.19 the closing price per share. After hours it went down 1 penny to 43.18, and the column on the left 2/3 of the way down, 52-week range. The low for the past 52 weeks for APA was $22.94, and the high way up there, $51.95. And right now it's $43.18. Middle column, third item down, PE ratio 4.86. We like a low PE ratio under 10, and that is a low PE ratio under 10. Look right above it, we'll see the beta. If you think the market's going up, this is a stock that you might want to consider. This particular stock moves at a beta of 3.69. If the market goes up $1, this would go up, if the market goes up 1%, this would go up 3.69% supposedly. That's a very loose estimate. Don't take the beta too incredibly seriously. That's not your first sign of something that's ready to go to the moon, but it's something to think about. The forward dividend and yield down near the bottom of the middle column, forward dividend and yield, only 2.5%, and they're getting that from $1 per share, and they're making $8.88 per share, so that looks pretty safe. 1 year target estimate, $53.81. That would be a nice move up from where it is right now. Now let's look at a stock which is, I guess it's pronounced Gerdau, SA, and the symbol is GGB. GGB. It was up 3% today, $5.20 currently per share, or after hours it went up to another 3 cents to $5.23 per share. And the 52-week range, the low was the low was $3.94 per share, and the high was $6.62 per share, so it's got plenty of headroom. And the average volume for this stock, 14 million, slightly over 14 million shares trade every day. And let's take a look back at the APA stock. The APA stock trades a little over 8 million shares per day, and this stock is considered to be undervalued, which is also the case with the APA, which we looked at first. Undervalued stock, considered so by the experts. The PE ratio here, way down, 2.86. So that is a very low PE ratio. The forward dividend yield, 11%. 11.73% is the yield. And the 1 year target, $6.75. This is a good-looking, low-priced stock, and probably worth a second look for those of you who are contemplating investing at this time. Next, we look at VF Corporation. VFC is the symbol, and it was up a little today, and it has a price right now of $27.69 per share. 52-week range, $27.03, which is pretty close to where it is right now, $27.03, and the high was $78.91, so it has lots of headroom, and the average volume, a little over 4 million shares trade every day, and this stock also is considered to be undervalued. The PE ratio, just barely over 10, 10.77, still a nice PE ratio. The forward dividend and yield, 7.25%. 1 year target estimate on VFC, $38.30. So this looks pretty inviting. Next we look at Verizon, which was punished today. They reported their earnings and somebody sneezed and they decided to take it down 4.46%. After hours, though, it's up a penny to $35.36 a share for Verizon, symbol VZ. The 52-week range, $34.55. It's very near its 52-week low. And the 52-week high was $55.51. The average volume, 22 million shares trade every day. It had a lot more volume today because of earnings announcements and so on. And this stock is considered to be undervalued. PE ratio, 7.1. And this is Verizon. That's a pretty low PE ratio for a company as well known as Verizon. Forward dividend and yield, 7%, 7.05%. The I don't know if I gave the average volume, 22.5 million shares trading every day. The 1 year target for Verizon, $50.41. And I thank you very much for watching.